These days we are every day hearing its name, Indian Council of Medical Research. So you know what it is? It is nothing but the apex body in India for the formulation, coordination, and promotion of the biomedical research. Right. So it's a apex body for formulation. See, every other day you are seeing something new by this, right? By through different uh, press conferences. So apex body for formulation, coordination. I will change. So Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR. Okay, its headquarters is at New Delhi. So apex body for formulation, coordination, and promotion. And promotion of biomedical research. So it is oldest and largest medical research bodies in the apex is highest. Nothing is above than or nothing is greater than. Right. For example, in judiciary system, Supreme Court is the apex body. Right. So is there anything which is at the greater height than the Supreme Court? No. Likewise, in this field, right, in the field of medical research, uh, Indian Council of Medical Research is the apex body. Right. So it is oldest and largest medical research bodies in the world which we can consider. So it is working under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Fine. Now, you know, in this pandemic, every day we are seeing something of it, right? So this day they have recommended that kind of treatment, on that day they have recommended that kind of medicine, likewise, right? So it is not only for or it is though to our generation, because of this pandemic or because of COVID, we are hearing it every other day or every day, right? But apart from this body is particularly working in the health topics such as tuberculosis, TB, cholera, then even some viral diseases which includes malaria, AIDS, right, or some of the nutrition deficiencies. Because of that, in these fields, it is always active as far as our health concerns, the health issues are concerned. So ICMR, New Delhi. Fine. Then next one. Okay, you all know now IMA, right? But if yesterday we were also looking this kind of or the having same abbreviation for different organizations. So Indian Medical Association, IMA. But we know one more IMA is there, right? So this IMA is at New Delhi and our earlier IMA is at Dehradun. So Indian Medical Association, IMA. Now, as far as this association is concerned, so it is a voluntary organization of doctors, right? Or we can consider the modern scientists in the field of medicine, right? So a voluntary organization of doctors. So what does it do? Right? So it is to look or to take care the interest of doctors or the well-being of the community at large. So take care and or look after the interest of doctors. Right? Or well-being of the community. It was earlier known as All India Medical Association, but nowadays it is only called Indian Medical Association. Right? There are so many associations or so many different organizations. Those were having the words called All India, right? But nowadays they have most of them have changed to the Indian Medical Association, Indian, right? So as far as IMA is concerned, if anybody wants to have the screenshot of this, they can. So go to the next one. Fine. So the next one is about Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. IRDAI, and its headquarters is at Hyderabad. So what about this particular organization is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. So it is an autonomous body which is looking with the regulations and promotion of the insurance and the reinsurance industries in India. So an autonomous body and looking to regulate and promote the insurance and reinsurance industries in India. So it is to regulate and promote the insurance and the insurance industries of India. Fine. The next one is the integral coach factory. Integral coach factory, which is at Chennai. So what it is, integral coach factory is at Chennai, and if you can say, okay, ICF. So it is a manufacturer of rail coaches. Manufacturer of rail coaches. Fine. Manufacturer of rail coaches, which is in Tamil Nadu at Chennai. So if you consider, so it is operated by Indian Railways, right, and working under the Ministry of Railways. But there are again some of the modern coach factories are there apart from this integral coach factory. So one of these modern rail coach factories, one is at Raebareli, right, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi's Lok Sabha constituency, and one more rail coach factory at Kapurthala. So that is again one of the what we can consider the rail coach factories are there, right? So which are considered as the modern rail coach factories, right? The next one we can consider is Indian Chemical Council. So India Chemical Council. ICC. You know, again, there is different long form for ICC. Right. So Indian Chemical Council, ICC, is located at New Delhi. And what about it is? So it is dedicated to the growth and promotion of the chemical industries in India. Right. So it is a council dedicated to the growth and promotion okay, I will write it here. Growth and promotion of chemical industry, right, in India. So this council always supports and promote every branch of the industry through various events, trainings, awards, recognitions, or some policy advice or some other useful activities. Right. So their main motive is to always support and promote the particularly the chemical industry. Right. So that's all about the Indian Chemical Council. The next one which we can consider, that you know well, Indian Space Research Organization. Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, which is at the headquarters is at Bengaluru, right? Indian Space Research Organization. So what we can consider about ISRO? So the space agency of Government of India, which is to harness space technology for national development. Okay. The space agency of Government of India, it is to for earlier one, you can consider Indian Chemical Council, right? So I think I have forgotten to write about the and so Indian Chemical Council. Fine. The next one, the Space Agency of Government of India, that is the Indian Space Research Organization. Now, what about it is? So, it is to harness space technology for national development. Government of India. This one, Government of India. So, it is to harness space technology for national development. Fine. So it is the organization which is pursuing the space science research, right? Or you can consider the planetary exploration, right? So its main motive is to harness the space technology for national development. So you can consider it's one of the premier organizations which we can consider for our satellite building, right? Or the launching vehicles are concerned, right? So for example, the PSLVs, GSLVs, right? So all these, again, recently the Chandrayaan or the Mars orbit or the lunar water finding, right? So these are the different things which we can consider, right? And it has so many different glories. For example, very recent one, it is the first space agency in Asia to reach to the Mars orbit, right? So we do have these different things, right? So we have unified launch vehicles, small satellite launch vehicles, reusable launch vehicles, or human space flight, space stations, right? So all the solar spacecraft mission, So these are the some of the things or the glories of this particular organization. So nationally important, right? And here, as a beginner of uh, these organizations studies, so it is the space agency that you should always keep in mind, and it is really looking for the space technology for the sake of the national development. Fine. The next one, which we can consider, is the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. As we have seen, Indian Council of Medical Research. So here, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR, whose headquarters is at New Delhi. And what about it is? So Indian Council of Agricultural Research is an autonomous body, right? So again, it is an autonomous, and it is responsible for the coordination of agriculture, education, and research in India. So responsible for coordination between agriculture, education, and research. Again, research in the field of agriculture, right? So it works under the Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture. Fine. So, it is one of the largest networks of agricultural research and education institutes in the world. Right? So, one of the, or you can consider the largest network of agricultural research and educational institutes of the world. Right. Okay. If anybody wants to take the screenshot, they can. Okay, I hope you have finished Akshay, what you couldn't get? Okay, autonomous, independent. Right. For example, what I can tell you. Okay, there are different engineering colleges, right? Or nowadays there are in last few years or last 4 years, some of the colleges have been given the status of autonomy. So autonomous means what? They are independent of the university, so they can set their own question paper, they can set their own syllabus, they can conduct their own exams, they can they can confer their own degrees, right? So everything will be looked up by, or everything will be done by college only, right? So that is called autonomous. So need not to such colleges need not to rely on universities or some other bodies, right? Only thing is that till now the government is paying the salaries of these, but in foreign countries autonomous is everything is autonomous. Even colleges are collecting fees, and colleges are paying the salaries of their employees, right, without taking any kind of grant from government. But in India, still government is providing grant of or salaries of the employees. But rest of that, everything is done by the college or that particular institute. That is called autonomous. One more thing, in that particular case, no interference is being done by any other external body, right? स्वातंत्र्य नाही म्हणता येणार, स्वायत्त म्हणाय. स्वतंत्र तर आपण सगळेच आहोत. स्वायत्त स्वायत्त. Fine. Everything is under, so how it is autonomous. Whatever you are saying is truly is partly true, but you have to understand, though everything is belonging to government, right? But what is happening, suppose for example one of the universities, any university if you take in Maharashtra, any university, right? So that each and every university, I think except Solapur University, is having more than 300 colleges affiliated to that university. And every year you will be seeing, you must be seeing, or you must be hearing some of the allegations related to results, right? The papers are not checked well, the results are delayed. Likewise, there are always some of the rumors or some of the arguments are always there. What is happening? So on a single university, and this is happening only in India, always keep in mind, right? Even India has also adopted, or what you can consider, admitted that we will be having district universities. Every district will be having one university, but it is not happening, right? So the point here is, every university is having a load of more than 300 colleges, and it is very difficult to have the coordination in between these, right? Even though in the era of completely digital world, right? Even in this digitization, right? For example, I will tell you, it was supposed to have the results of all first year, second year, right, of graduations, and first year of the post graduation. But there was only one university, I think, Kavitri Bhairabai, what I can, K Jalgaon universities. Kavitri Bhainabai North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. Right. So this is the only university who had declared their results of undergraduates first and second year. Right. So that is the case. Now, in what sense biggest? It is again difficult. Right. So depending on the quality, depending on the workload, depending on the area, it depends on. Right. So you cannot have such kind of question. Right. Again, nowadays the universities have, in fact, since independence, universities have become the centers of movements. You know what is happening in JNU. So every other week, you could see some different kinds of things. Fine. So that is the case which we can consider. Anyway, so the next one here we can consider is after the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, the Indian Bureau of Mines. Indian Bureau of Mines. Indian Bureau of Mines, that is IBM. I'm sure you must be knowing one more long form of IBM, right? So its headquarters is at Nagpur. It's the first time there are three cities which have appeared till now once: Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Nagpur. Right. So otherwise, most of the institutes which we have considered were either at New Delhi or some of them were at Bombay and few of them are at Bangalore. Right. So it is a multidisciplinary government organization working under the Ministry of Mines. Right. So a multidisciplinary government organization. Now, what it is doing? So it is engaged in promotion of conservation, scientific development of mineral resources, and protection of the environment in mines. So it is engaged in